He is a sect leader without any cultivation. But Yiguching, who created the heavenly flying immortals, had to respectfully call him Big Brother. It turned out that he awakened the strongest sect system. As long as he successfully accepted a disciple, he could summon powerful figures from all realms. The man's name is Wang Feng. In his previous life, he was also a social animal. He died suddenly and came to the Xianlan continent. In this world, cultivators are all superior beings. Mortals are destined to toil their entire lives. As for the newly arrived Wang Feng, he was forced to be scammed by a cultivation expert before he even landed. This made him realize that he was just a nobody. Fortunately, he has a golden finger. But unfortunately, the current system is useless. It can only be activated by completing the first task. If you fail to complete it, you will be forcibly erased. So he can only follow the requirements. With only one thatched cottage, establish a sect and recruit a disciple within 3 days. Just when Wang Feng was at his wit's end, a fat man came to the sect. It turned out that in order to marry a wife, he went up the mountain to seek refuge in a sect. But no one would take him in. So he came to the immortal sect founded by Wang Feng with his last hope. After seeing that the sect only had one thatched cottage, I was just about to turn around and run. But I found an extra pendant on my leg. The fat man asked curiously, "Who are you?" "This humble one is the sect master of this immortal sect. Wang Feng is my name. I see that your bones are exquisite. You must be a 1 in 10,000 cultivation genius. After careful consideration by this sect, we are willing to accept you as a disciple." "Are you trying to fool a 3-year-old? What sect, what disciple? This is your immortal sect? Isn't it just a broken thatched hut? You don't look like a good person. But a dying man has no bottom line." 1. Wang Feng grabbed the fatty. Under the 2.5 minutes of pua, the fat man began to lose himself gradually. "Well, fantasize about yourself cultivating immortality." The picture of saving a lost girl. So happily handed over all his belongings. Wang Feng saw that the task was about to be completed. Also showed a ant smile. But just as he was about to take the cloth bag, the fat man clung to it and refused to let go, and issued a soul torture. "What if I can't be a god? And I can't stand dieting? You have to promise me big fish and meat every meal." Faced with the fatty's many unreasonable demands, Wang Feng wanted to give him a big brawl. But seeing that the time limit had arrived, he could only reluctantly agree in good conscience. The fatty, hearing this, finally relaxed his grip. "Congratulations." Just as the cloth bag left his hand, disciple. The system prompt, strongest sect system successfully activated. Open the attribute panel to view rewards. Hit. Thus, Wang Feng was just about to open the panel, when the fatty suddenly hugged him tightly. "Sect master, you are such a good person. Not only did you accept me, but you also dote on me so much. My own mother has never treated me this well." And Wang Feng now only wanted to check the rewards. After sending the fatty away, he opened the panel again. After seeing his character attributes, Wang Feng was numb. He felt like he was a 3-no product. However, he had one chance to summon and one chance to draw a lottery. The summon could summon the strong from all heavens to be his subordinates. The summoned person belonged to the sect .1 list, and could teach the disciples of the sect for the host. Hearing this, Wang Feng thought of the desolate scene when he first came to this continent, so he did not hesitate to use the summon opportunity. A moment later, a white-haired young man appeared. This amazing vision scared the fat man. He rushed into the house. I wanted to tell Wang Feng the news, but found him leisurely drinking tea. So the fat man pointed outside and said loudly, "Brother, you are still in the mood to drink tea? It's the end of the world outside." Wang Feng immediately came outside excitedly. It turns out that the previous white-haired boy, it is Baiyun City Lord Yigucheng. But Wang Feng was puzzled. This world of immortality talks about the realm of cultivation. Yigucheng is a master of swordsmanship. I just don't know if I can fight here. So he opened Yigucheng's attribute panel with doubts. Total, Wang Feng, who didn't know the realm, complained. Elder Yi is only at the peak of the King Ho realm. This scared the shit out of the fatty on the side. You know, in the entire Radiance Empire, the 8 Marquee Mirror was already a top-notch powerhouse. Seeing Fatty's reaction, Wang Feng was also relieved. As expected, A powerhouse is a powerhouse wherever they go. At this moment, Yiguchin walked up to Wang Feng and bowed respectfully. This humble one is Yiguchin. Eve met the sect master. Elder Yi, there's no need for formalities. This action directly shattered Fatty's worldview. He had lived for so many years, but he had never seen a marquee realm powerhouse salute anyone. What kind of divine being was this sect master? Seeing that Fatty had become much more docile, Wang Feng then asked the system, "What is the use of another lottery draw?" The lottery draw can draw the physique of the summoned, bloodline, cultivation base, etc. Bloodline, once drawn, can be used by sect disciples, or the host can use it himself to summon strong. Wang Feng was very excited when he heard this. Wouldn't this mean taking off on the spot? Hurry up and draw for me. I didn't expect to draw this time. 10% of Yiguchin's cultivation. At this time, the system prompts, "Please choose to use it yourself, or give it to the disciples in the sect." Wang Feng thought to himself that he was still immortal. It is useless to give it to his disciples without improving himself. Under the notification of the system, 10% of Yiguchin's cultivation can elevate himself to the early stage of the incoming prime realm. But Wang Feng didn't know whether it was strong or weak, so he asked Fatty about the division of the immortal cultivation realm. It was learned from Fatty that this world is divided into foundation building, profound veins, spirit communication, human prime, prince, profound king, profound venerable, 10 major realms such as profound saint and profound emperor. Although Wang Feng looked down on the 5th ranked incoming prime realm, but it was better than being immortal now. Thinking of this, he immediately began to absorb. With the golden light flashing from the successive breakthroughs, Wang Feng felt full of power. He could hear everything around the canyon clearly. Ning Pengzi saw this and broke the defense again. Where did the sect master get this monster? I have to hug this thigh. So he rushed to Wang Feng. Then he cowed out violently. This disciple will definitely cultivate diligently. I will never fail to live up to the sect master's cultivation. At the same time, a young girl came riding a bird in the air. This also successfully attracted Wang Feng's attention. Yiguchin reminded him. This woman should be a cultivator, and the foundation and cultivation are both good. It is a person of the same way. From my fairy sect above the past, we should say hello. Elder Yi, you might as well go and say hello. Yiguchin heard the words and clenched a long sword in his hand. The well inserted it into the ground and shouted, I don't know which way the friends in the sky are. Please come down and see me. After saying that, he instantly drew his sword. I saw a gust of leg wind rising from the ground. Wang Feng was shocked to see it. A greeting from a Jianghu child. Do you have to make such a big scene? The woman's face turned pale when she saw this leg wind. Then step on Kun Kun. A sudden break barely stopped in front of the hurricane. At this time, a leaflet floated in front of the woman. She thought it was some kind of hidden weapon, so she quickly pulled out the sword from her waist. Directly stabbed the leaflet in front of you. At this time, Yiguchin shouted loudly, Don't destroy the items of my sect. After saying that, he slowly pulled out his long sword. Then he swung his sword. I saw the sword energy instantly converge on the leaflet. It was directly smeared on the woman's face. The woman fell to the ground in response. Wang Feng saw that Yiguchin was too rude, so he ordered the fat man to say hello. The fatty walked towards the woman with his hands and feet. This female immortal, are you alright? Seeing this, Yiguchin withdrew the spiritual power from the leaflets. Only then did the woman feel relieved. Then she cursed angrily. Who the hell littered? Hearing this, Wang Feng calmly stepped forward. This is not garbage. It's a leaflet from my immortal sect. The woman first glanced at the leaflet. Then she asked, Is this the immortal sect? That's right, I am the sect master of the immortal sect. At this moment, the system prompted. Congratulations to the host for discovering a genius. Trigger new task. Accept 10 disciples. Rewards are 10 summoning and lottery chances respectively. Wang Feng was overjoyed. This time there are so many rewards. Just now I only accepted Fatty, a useless disciple. And in exchange for Yiguchin, a master of swordsmanship. If I can accept this woman as a disciple this time, wouldn't that mean I'm going to soar to the top? So he asked the woman, Young man, I see that your bones are extraordinary. You are a once-in-a-lifetime cultivation genius. Our sect has carefully considered. Before he could finish, Wang Feng felt guilty. After all, this woman can fly with a sword. Her strength must be extraordinary. This trick might work on the fat guy. But it definitely won't have any effect on her. To his surprise, the woman said, "The flyer says that the immortal sect is recruiting disciples. Do you think I'm good enough?" He was a sect leader with no cultivation. But the talented young woman was eager to join his sect. This also made Wang Feng overjoyed. He didn't expect such a good thing as a pie falling from the sky could actually fall on his head. But the system told him, if the other party doesn't pay the entrance fee, it is not considered a successful disciple recruitment. Forced by the situation, Wang Feng could only reach out and ask for it. Although you intend to join the sect, you must abide by the rules of the immortal sect. Therefore, please hand over all your money as an entrance fee. But the woman used a secret technique to subdue men. The art of acting coquettishly. Sect master brother, I left in a hurry. And didn't bring any money. Do you think I can make it up later? Once this move was made, even Wang Feng, who has a hand speed of 200 and could hardly resist. However, this was a mandatory requirement of the system. So he wanted to refuse. But unexpectedly, a group of strong people suddenly appeared behind the woman. My beauty, why aren't you running away? This Marquis just got a little interested. Even your father can't save you. These two-legged monkeys, what can they do for you? Hearing this, the woman immediately hid behind Wang Feng. Lin Yun, don't be complacent. I am now a disciple of the immortal sect, in front of our sect master. How dare you commit such an inhuman act again? At this time, Lin Yun laughed up to the sky. Just relying on a few monkeys? You have to know that the dog slaves raised by this Marquis have all reached the Xian general mirror cultivation level. The woman trembled with fear when she heard this. At this time, Wang Feng thought, I thought it was a pie from the sky. How could I know that I am the pie of others? It seems that this apprenticeship is a bit uncertain. But then Fatty broke the peace. Little sister, you don't have to be afraid. It's just a profound general realm. Our sect master can kill them with one finger. The little brothers gritted their teeth when they heard this. They can't wait to rush over and tear Fatty alive. You, this dead Fatty, only knows how to cause trouble for me. Although I am one level higher than them. But I have no actual combat experience. Wouldn't it affect my apprenticeship if I lose? So I was just about to reply. But the female fire immediately took the lead. Thank you, sect master, for your help. Wang Feng had no choice but to give up, seeing that things had come to this. Don't worry. With this sect master here, no one can believe. But it seems that he has forgotten the existence of Yiguqing. At this time, Lin Yun was obviously impatient. What kind of monkey business are you guys doing? Go and kill him for me. After saying that, several younger brothers shot directly at Wang Feng. At this critical moment, Wang Feng found their movements extremely slow. He casually bent the incoming saber. It seems that in this world of immortality, it is true that a higher realm can crush people to death. I wanted to use them to practice. But in front of the disciples, if I were to fight them back and forth, wouldn't that be too embarrassing? So he immediately shouted, Yiguqing. Upon hearing this, Yiguqing immediately drew out Fei Hong. In just 2.5 seconds, he killed all the younger brothers and put Fei Hong on Lin Yun's neck. The woman on the side was greatly shocked. You know, even the Xianjiang realm, in the whole Yaoi Empire, it is considered to be above average. He was able to kill 5 Xianjiang with one move. I'm afraid he has reached the realm of king and marquis. And on the other side, Lin Yun has long been in a cold sweat. Could it be that only this move can be used? He cupped his hands. Junior Lin Yun has eyes but fails to recognize Mount Tai. Please spare this junior. If I leave this time, I will definitely let my father, Marquis Chanlin, prepare a generous gift for you. However, Wang Feng didn't care at all. I don't care if you are Marquis Chanlin or Short Lin. As long as you dare to come to this sect, you will be destroyed. The woman on the side heard the words Marquis Chanlin, so angry that she gritted her teeth. It turns out that the Chanlin home mansion has a huge force. Lord Lin Tianxiu not only has the cultivation base of the king and marquis realm, but also has a branch of 500, and also in charge of a 500-strong Chanlin army. Captain among them, there is no shortage of highly cultivated military leaders certified than Fugong, the empire's first. Strength is comparable to some medium-sized sections one within the empire. So they can do whatever they want. Persecuted me and I can only escape. However, the sovereign of this divine immortal sect doesn't take Channelan Marquis Mansion seriously. Maybe he can really avenge me. Wang Feng was also startled by his sudden kneeling, so he asked quickly, "What happened to you? Why did you suddenly perform such a grand ceremony, sovereign?" "At first I was indeed to avoid disaster. That's why I joined the divine immortal sect. But now I am sure the sect master will definitely uphold justice for the Ling family." Wang Feng was very curious when he heard this. "What exactly is the grudge between you and Lin Yun?" This disciple, during a training expedition, encountered young Master Lin Yun of the Channelan Marquis residence. Who would have thought that he coveted this disciple's beauty and attempted to violate me, but I narrowly escaped. I thought this matter was over, but after pushing open the door of my home, I discovered that Lin Yun had actually brought experts from the Channelan residence and slaughtered hundreds of my Ling family members. Under the desperate protection of my father, I had the opportunity to escape from the jaws of death. The hatred of killing my father is irreconcilable. If only I could personally take revenge. After today, this disciple will give his all for the sect master. Rest assured, regardless if you are a member of this sect or not. This matter, our sect will definitely uphold justice. He was a good-for-nothing sect master with no cultivation, but he was able to reach the human appearance realm in a second. Even the formidable Yiguqing had to obediently become his younger brother, all because the man awakened the strongest sect system. As long as he continuously takes in disciples, he can summon the strongest experts from the heavens. He can also draw prizes to obtain supreme cultivation power. Just now, Wang Feng promised Shawa that he would uphold justice for her. However, the captured Lin Yun was not being honest. He was seen putting his hand into the soil. Then a cloud of dust arose, taking advantage of the opportunity to escape. Wang Feng looked at Lin Yun, who was about to escape. Not only was he not panicked, but he started complaining. The villain in the comic at this time, shouldn't he be resisting with his head held high? Or just kneel down and beg for mercy? Why doesn't this guy play by the rules? He looked at Xiao Wu, who was worried. He quickly comforted her. "Don't worry. With Elder Yi here, he can't escape." With Wang Feng's order, I saw Yiguqing slowly pull out the flying rainbow. In an instant, white energy overflowed from his body. The surrounding crowd hung in the air. At this moment, Wang Feng was secretly unhappy in his heart. Why does Xiao Yi, every time he makes a move, have to make such a big scene? Next time I have to talk to him properly. On the other side, as Yiguqing jumped high, instantly came to Lin Yun's head. Before he could react, a move celestial being scattering flowers was chopped down. I saw white energy straight to Lin Yun's head, accompanied by bursts of screams. The Fei Hong's sword was sheathed. Lin Yun and his men fell to the ground. At the same time he fell to the ground, a jade pendant flew out from his chest. Seeing this, Xiaowa's heart skipped a beat. She hurriedly ran over to catch the jade pendant. Lin Yun was already lying on the ground like a dead dog. According to the sect master's meaning, young Master Lin has already stayed. At this time, Shawa was extremely surprised. She thought Yiguqing was strong, but she didn't expect him to be so strong. Especially the move just now, Tianwai Fei Xian, flying dagger from beyond the sky. Even if Marquis Chanlin came in person, he probably wouldn't be able to escape unscathed. The divine immortal sect has such a figure as an elder. Logically speaking, they should have been famous all over the world. Why have I never heard of it? Right at this moment, Wang Feng interrupted her daydream. I know you just said you wanted to join the divine immortal sect. It was just a helpless act of self-preservation, but this sect sincerely wants to take you as a disciple. However, considering that my sect is a hidden great sect, you can make a decision after you are familiar with it. Looking at Xiaowa's face full of excitement, Wang Feng couldn't help but feel proud of himself. Haha, I am indeed a popular manga artist. The plot and pacing are perfectly controlled. At this time, Xiao Wu handed over a jade pendant with both hands. This jade pendant is a Ling family heirloom. Today, I am grateful for the great kindness of the sect master for avenging me. I am willing to use it as my entrance fee. Wang Feng looked at the jade pendant and thought, I don't know if the system recognizes it. but there's no harm in trying. But the next second, Wang Feng was confused again. Why did Xiao Wu suddenly blush? It turned out that this jade pendant was extremely important to her. It was given to her by her father. It was used as a token of love in the future. When she was young, she felt, this is an ancestral jade pendant. I will never give it away. But who knows? Today, she gave the jade pendant to Wang Feng with her own hands. After accepting Xiao Wu as his disciple, Wang Feng also received system rewards, respectively, a summoning and a lottery opportunity. Then Wang Feng patted Xiao Wu on the shoulder. Now you are a disciple of the immortal sect. Your grudge is the grudge of the sect. You can take an interest first. Xiao Wu's eyes instantly filled with killing intent upon hearing this. She picked up a branch from the ground, slowly walked towards Lin Yun, who was like a dead dog, the hatred of extermination, as deep as the sea of blood. If I don't avenge this revenge, I am not worthy of being the eldest daughter of the Ling family. After saying that, she directly pierced Lin Yun's chest. Lin Yun, you stole my ancestral jade pendant and played with me. Have you ever thought about today? You are high above. Think that with a strong backing you can cover the sky with one hand. Have you ever thought about today? Shawa's ferocious appearance frightened the fat man beside her. Sect Master, little junior sister she. Well, let her vent. Father, Xiao Wu personally avenged you today. You can see it below. Meanwhile strong. Hit the system prompt strong. Congratulations to the inner disciple Ling Fei dance. Get kill Xianjiang territory strong door value. Get 300 points of sect value. Seemingly harmless fat man. I didn't expect it to be a top monster. But Xiao couldn't even be ranked among the top talents. Right after she personally avenged her father, she thumped her knees on the ground. Thank you, Sect Master and Elder Yi, for helping Xiao avenge this blood feud. From now on, Xiao will live as a member of the Divine Immortal Sect, and die as a soul of the Divine Immortal Sect. This sect is merely providing you with a platform for cultivation. As for whether you can become a true powerhouse, ultimately it still depends on yourself. After saying that, Wang Feng helped Xiao up. But remember this. Our Divine Immortal Sect fears no one. Since there's blood feud. Even if it's someone who holds up the heavens. And I will kill him with pleasure. Hearing this, Xiao was stunned. Tears slowly flowed from the corners of her eyes. I will live up to the cultivation of the sect master. At this time, Wang Feng's heart was incomparably beautiful. I am indeed a popular cartoonist. The old man's control of the human heart is simply perfect. But now the big words have been blown out. What will I use to teach others then? She's not like that idiot fatty. Just casually say something like becoming a prime minister in a year. And she will be deceived. Just at this time, Elder Yi stepped forward. Are you cultivating the way of the sword? Hearing this, Xiao Wu immediately cupped her hands and replied, Yes, Elder Yi. Are you willing to take me as your disciple? Seeing this, Wang Feng quickly started to make a scene. Elder Yi taking the initiative to accept a disciple. It's harder than a stone blossoming. You silly girl, what are you still standing there for? Xiao Wu understood immediately upon hearing this. She immediately knelt down and saluted. Disciple greets master. Your sword momentum is not bad. But before I impart my swordsmanship to you, we must first deal with the internal injuries you sustained while being hunted. Get up quickly. Come with me to heal your injuries. At this moment, Wang Feng was also very gratified. Originally, the sect was just him, a solitary figure. Now, not only did he have Protector Yi, but he also had a talented and intelligent disciple like Ling Fei Wu. The key was that he didn't even have to teach her himself. It was truly too wonderful. However, the fatty at the side became sad. Little junior sister entered the sect later than me. Yet, she could become the disciple of a strong expert like Elder Yi. As the eldest senior brother, how could I let little junior sister surpass me? Immediately, he turned to Wang Feng, who was at the side. Sect Master, may I know what arrangements you have for me next? Wang Feng patted the fatty's belly. Look at your figure. You should lose some weight. Go, tidy up around the thatched cottage. By the way, sweep it clean. This is the face of our immortal sect. The fatty despaired upon hearing this. But he could only do as he was told. He could only be seen pulling weeds, while complaining. Before recruiting me, you spoke so highly of everything, praising me like a treasure. As a result, as soon as little junior sister arrived, I became like grass. However, on the other side, Wang Feng was happily checking the reward. Last time, recruiting Fatty, he was able to draw Yi Guqing. This time, he recruited Xiao Wu. What big shot could he draw? But when he saw that the elder limit was only 5, Wang Feng immediately dismissed the idea. The sect decided to keep it and draw it later. At this time, the sect value at the bottom of the interface caught his attention. So he quickly asked the system what its purpose was. He learned from the system, sect value can not only be exchanged for lottery chances. It can also be used to upgrade the system. As the system level increases, it allows the host to summon stronger experts and magic weapons, and accommodate more disciples and so on. Wang Feng's eyes straightened when he... Then what are the ways to obtain sect value? There are 3 ways to obtain sect value. First, complete the system's release tasks. Second, kill the enemies who dare to attack. Third, recruit top geniuses into the sect. Hearing this, Wang Feng was puzzled. Xiao Wu was able to cultivate to the peak of the spiritual connection realm at the age of 18 or 19. She must be considered a top genius, right? So why didn't the sect value increase when she joined the sect? Unexpectedly, under the system's evaluation, Xiao Wu failed to reach the ranks of top geniuses. Out of curiosity, Wang Feng inquired about his own talent. However, the system's assessment was relatively moderate. But when he asked about the fatty's aptitude, the system prompted that exploring the fatty's aptitude requires 100 sect value points. Upon hearing this, Wang Feng cursed under his breath. This is too dark. To investigate a mere mortal, it actually costs 100 sect points? But driven by intense curiosity, he clicked on the investigation button. However, the system's assessment left Wang Feng completely dumbfounded. The fatty was actually ranked among the top demon lords. Holy cow, this guy can even be ranked among the top prodigies? He's a good-for-nothing, lazy bum. But he possesses the world's most special physique. His lifespan rivals heaven and earth. And he even has the strongest defense in the world. Right after Wang Feng finished examining Fatty's aptitude, he unexpectedly discovered that he could be ranked among the top demon lords 7 small. This scared him silly. Just this thing could be ranked among the top demon lords? But the system was extremely certain. Fatty possessed the body of the profound spirit turtle immortal. It was just that it hadn't been activated yet. At this moment Wang Feng was very puzzled. What exactly was this profound spirit turtle immortal body? He learned from the system's notification. The profound spirit turtle immortal body was the top special physique in the world, possessing absolute defense and absolute lifespan. As long as it didn't suffer fatal damage, it would be eternally immortal and have an inexhaustible lifespan. What was even more terrifying was the defensive power that his body carries. Even if heaven and earth were shattered, he could still be carefree and unrestrained. Upon hearing this, Wang Feng was directly dumbfounded. This dead fatty actually possesses such a heaven-defying physique. Doesn't it mean that as long as he cultivates this body to its peak, he will become immortal and indestructible? Therefore, Wang Feng made up his mind to definitely cultivate this fatty. When the time comes, wouldn't it be great to have him as a meat shield in a fight? But the question now is, how to activate the fatty's mystic spirit turtle immortal body? On the other side, the fatty, unaware of the situation, was getting narcissistic by himself. In his eyes he was the most handsome and strongest man in Xianlan continent. This extremely shameless operation made the system want to beat him up. However, the way to activate the profound spirit turtle immortal body is to constantly get beaten up. Wang Feng was extremely surprised when he heard this. What the hell? Get beaten up? The turtle immortal body needs a constant stream of beatings. Only in this way can it stimulate the blood vessels in the body and make it fully awaken. As soon as these words came out, Wang Feng was overjoyed. He had wanted to look for some kind of heaven and earth treasure, but he didn't expect that he could just get beaten up. This is not simple. At that time, arrange Xiaowu as long as she does not kill him with its own immortal body. It should recover quickly, right? At this moment, Fatty suddenly felt a chill. Before he could think about it, I saw a white energy burst out. He was so frightened that he immediately hugged Wang Feng's thigh. Sovereign, what's going on with the cyclone in the sky? Wang Feng was actually unclear, so he asked the system what happened. It turns out that this is a sign of heaven and earth. It is a sign that Shawa is about to break through the Xianjiang level. This also surprised him. I didn't expect Yiguqing to help Shawa heal. She actually broke through? So he told Fatty. This anomaly is a sign that your junior sister is about to break through. Fatty felt like he was struck by lightning upon hearing this. Junior sister alone in the divine immortal sect. Not only did she become the disciple of the peerless expert Yiguqing. Now, in less than a day, she has broken through in her cultivation. On the other hand, he himself was still immortal. If this continues, he's afraid that even his identity, as senior brother, would not be guaranteed. Seeing this, Wang Feng pinched Fatty. You don't need to be disheartened. Tomorrow, this sect will teach you cultivation. With time, surpassing your junior sister. It's not impossible. But the premise is that you can withstand it. Upon hearing this, the Fatty patted his chest and guaranteed. Thank you, sect master, don't worry. I can definitely withstand it. This sect also believes your body can definitely withstand it. And this sect is also looking forward to it. In the future, when you break through to the Xian general realm, will it cause an even bigger commotion? Little did they know. The commotion caused by Shawa's breakthrough was actually noticed by the recently awakened demonic cultivator. Jia. Unexpectedly, this devil has slumbered for hundreds of years. Upon waking, to be able to obtain a profound general realm ration, truly exciting, to become this devil's food, is also your honor. After saying this, he shot out like an arrow, flying straight towards the place of Shawa's breakthrough. He is the profound great devil who dominates one side. But he was mercilessly mocked by a fat man with no cultivation, yet the great devil did not dare to kill him. Not because he was too awesome, but because he was afraid of dirtying his hands. It turned out that it was the vision of Shawa's breakthrough that attracted the great devil who had just awakened, because urgently need to recover strength. Then to the immortal sect shot, on the other side, as the vision constantly retracts. Shawu successfully broke through to the Xian general realm. Wang Feng also took advantage of the situation to obtain 1,000 points of sect value. At the same time, his heart was also a burst of secret joy. This little girl is indeed a genius, just entered the door. It's only one realm away from me. Fortunately, I have a system. Otherwise, she caught up. Where can my old face be placed? Just as he was daydreaming, I saw Shawu hurriedly cupping her hands in thanks. Thank you, sect master 1. Give me this opportunity. This but a side of the fat man jealous bad. A mere Xian general state count what? Wait for me this as a senior brother for a year. That's what powerful. And Wang Feng then went with the flow. After that, follow Elder Yuel. In the future, this sect hopes that you can be the name of the immortal sect. At the same time, the great devil had come behind Wang Feng. Leaf. I thought there was only one Xian general state food. I didn't expect there to be a few more ants. It can barely be swallowed. Upon hearing this, Wang Feng immediately summoned the system, and spent 100 sect value points to investigate its complete origin. As the saying goes, know yourself and know your enemy, and you will not be imperiled in 100 battles. This person gives me such great pressure. I even feel that Yiguqing may not be able to defeat this person. Therefore, it is better to know more comprehensively. Soon the system informed Wang Feng that his cultivation had reached. This person was 1,000 years ago. The great demon of Xian Sha, who really disrupted the Sun Empire at the Xian Emperor realm. He was sealed by the Emperor of the Sun, and his cultivation had reached the peak of the Xian Emperor realm. After being defeated by the Emperor of the Sun Empire, he was currently in a state of just breaking the seal. His cultivation is only at the peak of the King Ho realm. Wang Feng this just relieved. Fortunately, it is not the peak state. Otherwise, Yiguqing alone cannot stand. Who knows the side of the fat man clambering up? Who are you? How dare you commit my immortal sect? 00 Do not hurry up and get out. Otherwise my immortal sect Elder Yi will let you die without a burial place. Dugwan looked at the shabby thatched cottage. The heart is extremely disdainful. Immortal sect? What kind offering out of the sect? This devil has never heard of it. And you fat man, are you tired of living? You dare speak to this great demon with such disrespect? Wang Feng couldn't help but sigh when he saw this. Unexpectedly, this fatty actually has such guts. As a mere mortal, To dare scold a powerhouse at the peak of the King Marquis realm? On the side, Shawa hurriedly reminded him, "Senior brother, this fire aura is no weaker than Master's. At the very least, he's also a King Marquis realm cultivator." The great demon saw that someone knowledgeable had arrived, and burst into laughter. "This little girl of yours actually has quite the eye. I'll let you see my precious treasure later." Who knew that the fatty wasn't afraid at all? What if you're a King Marquis realm cultivator? Isn't there still the sect master? And the sect master said, 1 year to reach human transformation realm. 3 years to reach profound emperor realm. Crushing him is just a matter of a finger. A tiny ant, daring to run wild in the divine immortal sect. It's like a little turtle jumping off a cliff, courting death. These words actually really scared the great demon. He looked at Wang Feng with great confusion. Although he felt that he had some cultivation, it shouldn't be that exaggerated, right? However, Wang Feng at this moment, "My heart is full of helplessness. Now I finally understand. Why does Fatty have the body of Xianling Turtle Immortal? He's really good at courting death." The great demon, who came to his senses, immediately shouted angrily, "Is there no one to take care of this fool? I don't even want to kill him because I'm afraid of getting my hands dirty. Someone come out quickly. Let's have a fight." Upon hearing this, Wang Feng signaled to Yi Guqing, "You hold him off first. I'll make sure he never comes back." After saying that, he used the second summon opportunity. Yi Guqing, who went to battle. With just one sword, he smashed the incoming evil spirit. Unexpectedly, a surge of evil energy attacked him from behind. By the time he reacted, he was firmly trapped by the evil energy. "I thought the elder Yi you mentioned was so powerful. But it turns out he was so easily captured." Xiao Wu was anxious to see her master trapped. "Sect master, please help my master. You underestimate your master too much. How could mere demonic claws trap Yi Guqing?" As soon as the words left her mouth, a beam of sword energy penetrated the restraints and shot towards the great demon. Even though he tried his best to resist, his palm was still pierced by the sword energy. He was also knocked to the ground. He looked at Yi Guqing, who was slowly approaching. He sighed in his heart. This gully Chuan actually hides a strong Marquis realm, and this swordsmanship is too pure. He is a man with his own BGM. He is also Yi Guqing's lifelong enemy. His invisible swordsmanship can be called unique, even in the face of the great demon Xian Sha. It can also be killed in one sword. Just now, the great demon was knocked to the ground by Yi Guqing. At this time, he was not going to hide his clumsiness. I saw that his body was filled with evil spirits. Must find some face back. But at this time, Fatty ran out to make a monster. I saw him pointing at the big devil as a burst of wild spray. "Yo, can't beat it, want to run right? Where is such a good thing? Unless you crawl under me. Otherwise, don't even think about running away intact." As soon as this is said, directly to the great demon Qian Hongworm, "Dead fat man. Yeah. You open your dog's eyes and take a good look. I'm going to use my best move. You blah blah believe it or not I." And without waiting for him to finish, Wang Feng punched the fatty in the face. Afterwards, the fatty had an innocent look on his face. "Sect master, why did you hit me? I saw a mosquito on your face." Actually, what he was thinking was, "This damned fatty is so damn punch-worthy. I almost forgot he was on our side." At this time, the great demon looked at the scar on his hand and teased Yi Guqing. After breaking the seal, "You are the first person who can completely arouse my appetite. As a sign of respect for you, I have decided to tear you apart with my own hands." After saying that, a giant blood-colored handprint was seen. It had already reached the top of Yi Guqing's head. Xiao Wu, who was at the side, was very worried, but he was in no hurry. He took the opportunity to hang Fei Hong in front of his chest. Then he went straight to meet him with a move of Tianwai Feixian. When the two touched, the wind was strong and the earth shook. Accompanied by a rumbling explosion, the entire valley was razed to the ground. But the thatched cottage of Shengxianzong, it is still as strong as ever. Although the great devil unleashed his ultimate move, Shao San Comics, but Yi Guqing is still intact. At this point he began to worry. Yi Guqing's strength is only slightly inferior to mine. If I do my best, although I am sure of killing him, but that old guy will definitely notice that I have broken the seal. Then I can only flee. So I decided to go low-key first. Wait till my power recovers and then fight again. Upon hearing this, Yi Guqing put away Fei Hong. Sorry, you are afraid you can't leave today. My purpose of holding you back has been achieved. Just as he was speaking, heavy snow suddenly fell from the sky. Wang Feng was overjoyed. This is a sign from heaven and earth. Looks like he's coming. At this time, the big devil was clueless. Who are you talking about? Upon hearing this, Yi Guqing replied, Originally, I didn't know. But at this moment my sword told me. He is my lifelong enemy, Shimenchuishue. The big devil panicked upon hearing this. Originally, Yi Guqing alone was already a headache. Now, another strong man, no less powerful than him, has arrived. It seems that today is likely to be a GG, so he ran away. Of the 36 stratagems, fleeing is the best. However, how could Shimenpiaoshua let him go? He saw his 2 fingers condensing chi. Then he casually waved it out. The big demon's neck instantly exploded. It looked at the invisible sword condensed from his 2 fingers. Shocked, it was also very curious. An invisible and formless sword? Just by condensing the sword momentum, one can kill. What kind of swordsmanship is this? However, Shimenpiaoshua only replied lightly. I just casually swung my sword. It can't be considered swordsmanship. It's not even worth bothering to name it. One is the sword immortal Yi Guqing. The other is the sword god Shimenpiaoshua. The 2 were destined enemies, yet both were willing to study under a good-for-nothing. Even the mighty Xiansha Demon King could not escape this fate. Just as Shimenpiaoshua wounded the Demon King, Wang Feng, who was standing aside, couldn't help but sigh. Unexpectedly, this time, he had summoned Yi Guqing, the only opponent in his life. Although both of them have reached the realm of sword in their hearts, but logically speaking, Yi Guqing should be stronger than Shimenpiaoshua, but the system told him. The Shimenpiaoshua summoned this time was the one after the decisive battle at the Forbidden City. At that time, his swordsmanship had already reached its peak. He has already reached the realm of having no sword in his heart. All things in the world can be his sword. Naturally, he is slightly stronger than Yi Guqing. Upon hearing this, Wang Feng suddenly realized. If that's the case, then it's understandable. Now, the Divine Immortal Sect also has a sovereign profound realm expert in charge. It won't be long before it becomes bigger and stronger. However, at this moment, Yi Guqing held the rainbow sword. He pointed it at Shimenpiaoshua and said, I didn't expect that after the battle at the Forbidden City, we would actually meet again in this way. He also understood that Yi Guqing wanted to determine the victor between them, so he gently pushed aside his long sword. You are not my opponent yet. Wait until you break through to the sovereign profound realm, and we'll fight again. Then he cupped his fists, and saluted Wang Feng. Shimen has seen the sect master. Please forgive me for being late. Meanwhile, I saw the great demon struggling to get up. At this time, he was panicked. If this elder Yi made a move, I still have some confidence to retreat unscathed. If it were this elder Shimen, there might be a glimmer of hope. But if this mysterious sect master made a move, then I will surely die. Although he looks like he only has the cultivation of the human appearance realm, but the experts of the sovereign profound realm were so respectful to him. His strength must be terrifying. Since this devil is destined to perish here today, then I must take someone down with me. With that said, he charged straight at the fatty. The fatty burst into tears of fear at the sight. What the hell? No martial arts ethics. You just said killing me would dirty your hands. But now that you can't win, you're picking on me, a soft persimmon. Fortunately, Yi Guqing intervened in time and saved the fatty. But he was still slightly injured. As Fei Hong slowly returned to its scabbard, the fatty also immediately fell flat on his face. Although the Divine Immortal Sect is strong, but encountering this kind of desperate one, a genius like me might really be prematurely lost. It seems that I can't be so carefree in the future. At this moment, Shimenpiaochua's 2 fingers condensed chi into a sword. Then he pressed it against the back of the big devil's head. Sect Master, how should this person be dealt with? Upon hearing this, Wang Feng stretched out 2 fingers. This sect now gives you 2 choices. Either hand over all your belongings, join our immortal sect, or we'll use you as fertilizer to nourish the flowers and plants on the mountain. The reason for doing this, Wang Feng thought that if he could fool him into joining, He would be able to earn sect points for recruiting strong people. If he does evil again in the future, it won't be too late to kill him then. Upon hearing this, De Guang immediately shouted angrily, "Demons can be killed, but never humiliated." But at this moment, Fatty came to make trouble again. He chose the second path. "I will bury him with my own hands later. Then I will pour some 35 degrees Celsius boiled water on his grave, guaranteed to make the flowers and plants of our divine immortal sect flourish." As soon as these words came out, Wang Feng was furious. "Why are you everywhere? After this, I must help you train, beat, into the body of the turtle immortal." Who would have thought that as soon as he finished speaking, Fatty was punched again. He looked at Xiaowu innocently. "Junior sister, why did you hit me?" "Senior brother, I saw a mosquito on your face." "Why do these mosquitoes only suck my blood? Could it be that even they know that what flows in my body is the blood of a genius?" At this time, the great devil was so angry that he couldn't wait to tear the Fatty apart. However, Wang Feng grinned. "This sect knows that you are arrogant and conceited. How about this? You join us for a year first. If you want to go back on your word after a year, you can leave at any time." The great devil was stunned for a moment. He thought he would resist, but unexpectedly, he handed over all his belongings. Wang Feng couldn't help but complain as he took the money bag. Such a hard mouth. But the body is quite honest. At this moment, the system prompted. "Congratulations to the host for successfully recruiting the great demon Qian Sha. Reward 10,000 sect value points, and a random summon opportunity." Wang Feng was overjoyed when he saw this. "I didn't expect the reward for recruiting the great demon to be so generous. It seems that if there is a chance in the future, we must recruit more strong people. He is clearly a useless sect master, but the best experts are rushing to join his sect. Even the dilapidated thatched cottage of the past, now it has transformed into a luxurious house filled with celestial energy, and is about to usher in the world's most beautiful woman." Right after Wang Feng subdued the great demon, he also got the generous reward as he wished. At this time, a thought crossed his mind. Now that the reward is in hand, if he is really a great demon who harms the world, it is not impossible to get rid of him now. So he spoke up and tested. "What exactly do you mean by the rations you just mentioned?" Upon hearing this, the great demon gritted his teeth, and had no choice but to tell the truth. "This is just a hobby of mine, just to satisfy my cravings and intimidate others. I don't really eat them." Wang Feng was stunned when he heard this. Then he asked the system if what the great devil said was true. 0 after getting a positive answer. He also had a helpless look on his face. Then, after the two looked at each other, they all laughed with ulterior motives. Wang Feng couldn't help but secretly complain. "Damn, you're a dignified great devil. He was once a peak powerhouse in the profound emperor realm. You still need to intimidate others to satisfy yourself? How cheap do you have to be to do such a thing?" And the devil thought to himself, "Damn it, if I wasn't afraid that you would resent eating food, kill me directly, I would never tell the truth." However, Xiao Wu and Fatty on the side saw indeed another scene. A few words made Qian Sha great demon such a strong person willingly join the divine immortal sect. The sect master's methods are truly terrifying. Just at this time, Wang Feng suddenly turned and walked towards the thatched cottage. "Alright, stop staring outside. Hurry up and follow me. It'll take you to the real location of the divine immortal sect." As soon as these words came out, Fatty and Xiao Wu were filled with anticipation. I knew the location of the divine immortal sect. It couldn't be just a thatched cottage, and the great demon was immediately relieved. "I can't believe I've provoked an ancient, hidden sect. Otherwise, how could a sect with just a thatched cottage possibly have experts like Xian Huang and Wang Ho? I'd like to see what this so-called immortal sect is really like." After everyone entered the thatched cottage, the already cramped space immediately became extremely crowded. Then, Wang Feng took out a token and shouted, "Open!" The token slowly hung in the air. After a loud bang, it formed a magnificent golden gate. Everyone was amazed. The great demon's jaw almost dropped. What kind of sect? Its residence is actually within a secret realm. To think that they are able to establish their residence within it. Just what kind of terrifying hidden sect is this? Furthermore, secret realms are extremely rare in Xianlan continent. Every time one appears, it's bound to stir up a bloodbath. because only those stronger than the Xian Emperor realm are capable of opening up secret realms. Within them, there are even more treasures left behind by many great powers. To think that such an inconspicuous sect has actually directly occupied an entire secret realm? This represents that the deity sect was at least founded by a Xian Emperor realm expert. It also represents that the deity sect possesses the legacy of a Xian Emperor realm expert. If this devil lord could obtain it, then am I not going to take off? When everyone stepped into the secret realm, a grand hall filled with ethereal mist suddenly appeared before everyone's eyes. On the huge stone tablet at its entrance were written the 4 characters of Shangxianzong. At this moment, the great demon's jaw dropped in astonishment again. Everyone else also showed expressions of delight. After arriving in front of the hall's gate, Wang Feng turned around and said, "You are free to choose from these attic rooms, but do not trespass into any forbidden areas." After arranging everyone, he pushed open the gate himself. What came into view were numerous majestic stone seats, and in its center was the sovereign's throne. Wang Feng, after taking his seat, secretly made up his mind. One day, I want this hall to be filled with Xian Emperor realm experts. After saying that, he summoned the system, and used the newly acquired random summoning opportunity. Unexpectedly, this time he actually drew a girl, and she was Yao Yu, known as the most beautiful woman in the world. She was the most beautiful woman in the Shifting Flower Palace, and also the top expert among women. But now she had to obey the orders of a good-for-nothing. It turned out that when the group arrived at the true location of the Divine Immortal Sect, Wang Feng used the summoning opportunity he had just obtained. Didn't expect this unexpected good luck. Actually randomly summoned the world's most beautiful woman, Yahua Palace Master Yao Yu. So Wang Feng immediately checked her attribute panel. According to the system introduction, Yao Yu is a certain dragon martial arts novel character, the Grand Palace Master of Yahua Palace. Martial arts and beauty are the best in the world, even more able to compete with the world's #1 divine sword. Yan Nantian is on par. Cultivation has also reached the early stage of the Xian. A single-hand Mingyu Gong, shifting flowers and connecting jade is amazing. Wang Feng couldn't help but sigh when he saw this. It seems that she is indeed worthy of Xiaoyer and Huawak. The woman in is the top expert, really powerful. Just at this time, I saw numerous ice flowers falling on the stone slab. Wang Feng looked up to find the source. First, a jade foot slowly stepped out. Then a cold face emerged. Finally, when her whole body appeared, her proud figure and slender legs directly stunned Wang Feng. Is this the most beautiful woman in the world? Even if I had broken my hand from drawing in my previous life, I probably wouldn't be able to draw her beauty. After Yao Yu landed, the first thing she did was to greet Wang Feng. Yao Yu, greetings, sect master. At this time, Wang Feng felt a secret delight in his heart. To have the most beautiful woman in the martial arts world lower her head to me. This feeling is too awesome. But his mouth said, "There's no need for formalities. From now on, you will serve by my side." Hearing this, Yao Yu immediately replied, "Yes, sect master." After saying that, she sat down on the stone chair. But the cold air emanating from her body made Wang Feng's small body tremble. So he asked her to leave for the time being, and wait until he went out to serve by his side. Yao Yu bowed and left. Wang Feng couldn't help but complain. This woman's cultivation of Mingyu Gong is too terrifying. Even if she doesn't deliberately circulate her energy, I'm almost frozen staying with her. After leaving the main hall, Yao Yu casually slipped into a guest room. It just so happened that after she entered, the great demon pushed the door open from next door, and kept muttering, "This is strange. Isn't this immortal sect an ancient hidden sect? How come there are only those few strong ones? Where are the other strong ones? Could it be that this immortal sect is just an empty shell?" Having said that, he prepared to check the door to see if anyone was in the room. Unexpectedly, as his foot approached the door, a gust of cold air blew towards his face. Before the great demon could react, his foot turned into a large ice cone. He also took advantage of the earth. After recovering, he looked through the crack of the door. He saw a charming woman, reclining on the sofa, saying in a cold voice, "If you dare to eavesdrop again, there is only one end for you, and that is death." The great demon instantly retreated to the side of the house after hearing this. At this moment, He was frightened into a cold sweat. Another Xianhuang realm expert. It seems that the mighty figures of the immortal god sect have all fallen into slumber. This one was probably awakened after being touched by me. I was exploring those attics one by one before. It was practically courting death. Throat, the dignified great Xianxia demon. How come as soon as I was born, I have been constantly pinned to the ground and beaten? It's really fucking depressing. But being able to hug a thigh is also this demon's ability. Others want to hug but don't have this opportunity. Shawu, who seems to be a delicate and clinging vine, unexpectedly, also a violence maniac. This but hard on the chubby fatty. Right after the crowd settled down in the divine immortal sect. The next morning, Shawu then arrived outside Fatty's house, looking at her face full of worry. Fatty couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat, so he curiously asked, "I wonder what brings Junior Sister here so early in the morning?" Before he could react, Shawu's hand was already holding Fatty's cheek. "Senior brother, I apologize." After saying that, it was a big brawl. Only a loud bang was heard. Fatty directly flew out backwards. As he landed, the entire floor trembled. Looking at the fat man who couldn't get up, Shawu wanted to go forward and check, but he immediately sat up again. Then looked at Shawu in disbelief. "Junior sister, what are you trying to do?" But Shawu was extremely shocked, thinking that the sect master really didn't lie to me. Senior brother really has a terrifying physique. That blow just now, I used 1/10 of the power of the Xian general realm. But senior brother is immortal. How could he still stand up unharmed? So she said helplessly, "Senior brother Shawu, this is also for your own good. You hit me and you still say it's for my own good? Junior sister, with your posture like this, it's clear that you covet my position as the senior brother of the immortal sect. You want to kill your senior brother and usurp the throne." Upon hearing this, Shawu also told the truth. "Senior brother, you're overthinking it. It was the sect master who asked me to spar with you. He even specifically instructed me. He said, don't worry. As long as I don't beat you to death, I can hit you however I want, because the sect master said you have a supreme divine body." The fatty was astonished to learn this. Supreme? Divine? Body? Why don't I know about this? Junior sister, just tell me honestly. Have I done anything wrong to offend the sect master? Senior brother, you are such a joker. You really have a supreme physique. Nanny? Could it be that I am truly a peerless genius? But that's not right either. A peerless genius shouldn't cultivate as easily and freely as drinking water? But why am I still immortal? Hearing this, Shawa explained. That's because your physique has not yet been activated. After listening, the fatty asked impatiently how to activate it. Who would have thought that in the next second, was kicked right in the face by Shawa's flying kick. It's very simple, just being beaten. I never thought this kick would have a cosmetic effect. Directly kicked the fat man out of Karen posture big eyes. At this time, the fat man quickly begged for mercy. Junior sister, show me the beanbags. Or should the sovereign come? However, Xiao Wu replied playfully. The sovereign was afraid that he would accidentally slap you to death. So let me temper you first. Looking at Xiao Wu's hand knife surrounded by aura, he was so scared that he almost peed. And at this moment, Wang Feng, listening to the bursts of pig-killing screams from the attic, I couldn't help but feel emotional. With such a good junior sister who devotes all her effort to helping her senior brother, Fatty will definitely be able to activate his physique and become a peerless genius. If it weren't for the sake of the sect master's image, I really want to do it myself. Beat him into the body of Xianling Turtle Immortal. He was originally a Muggle sect master, but he was able to reach the human appearance realm overnight. Even the 3 top experts rushed to become his disciples. Now he is ushering in a counterattack. Not only has his cultivation level jumped several levels in a row, he also learned the signature skills of the 3 elders under his sect. Yi Guqing's flying immortal from beyond the heavens, Shimen Chuik's radiant swordsmanship, Fairy Yayu's bright jade technique. Let's see how Wang Feng will stand on top of the world, looking down at the masses who are like ants in a building. But he didn't know. Someone had already set their sights on him. At this moment, on Lishao Peak, which was surrounded by clouds and mist, stood many tall buildings. Above the main hall's plaque were written the 4 large characters of Lingyun's sect. Although many people were gathered inside the main hall, the atmosphere was as silent as death. And Chen Feng, the sect master, was even more worried. At this time, Grand Elder Chiao Wanfeng said, "The Demon Sealing Conference is about to begin. But our Muggle young master Chen Xian is unable to break through to the Xian general realm in a short period of time. This time, I'm afraid the demon sealing list. It seems we're out of luck again, Ling Yun sect. Sect master, just look at these old geezers. If this goes on, our sect will soon become a retirement home." But Chen Feng didn't agree. He stated that this demon sealing conference was crucial. He insisted that they must find a way to compete. Moreover, the demon sealing ranking was directly related to joining the Radiance Academy. They couldn't miss this opportunity. However, Chiao Wanfeng poured cold water on his enthusiasm. This time, that esteemed individual specifically instructed that only the younger generation disciples are allowed to participate in the demon sealing conference.